Sur and Asur. So who are called Sur and who are called Asur? Sur, or people who are more satvik. Asur, who are more tamsik. So you all understand the satvik, the tamsik and the rajasic kind of persona. So people who are from rajasic to tamasic are asuric pravritti, and people who are like rajasic towards like satvik are the devatva or deva prakriti. Okay. So now who are the sur or daivik prakriti? People who are fearless, who do not get scared, whose mind is pure. How do you consider a mind is pure? When the person is in yoga with the Supreme Consciousness. And you guys can try it right now. Close your eyes, because we have started like Hare Krishna. And here we are like, just take the chant. Just do the chant once. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare. Think of the divine consciousness, the supreme consciousness, the Krishna consciousness. And today we will be listening to the whole Geeta while connecting to the supreme consciousness. So call upon your divine healing bowl on your crown, 6 inches above your crown. Chant the name of Krishna again. Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. So place this chant and invoke Sri Krishna. Connect to the divine healing light, the supreme light which gives the light to sun, the moon, all the stars. Everything is illuminated by moon. So you just see the light falling on the sun and just falling onto your healing bowl. And from your healing bowl, it goes into your crown and to your third eye. Quickly have it pass through your throat, your heart, your sacral, your solar plexus, your sacral, your root chakra, and all over your body. And from your foot, bring it back to the root, sacral, solar, heart, throat, third eye. And here we will sit and listen to it, because I want your Guru Tattva to be invoked. Namash. Okay. So here, one who is fearless, one who has purity of mind. Now at this time, If I ask you to think something supremely negative, try. See if you can. Even thought of hurting someone, will that come to you? Anybody who might be giving you lots of pain, worries, think of that person. What is coming to from your heart? Hare Krishna. Am I correct? Right? So purity of mind, one who is fixated into the supreme consciousness and who definitely is interested in realizing self, in self-realization. One who is into charity, who does seva, who does satsang, means who is in the company of good people. One who performs Agnihotra, one who does the Havan, right? Practices the rituals of sacred fire. One who studies Vedas and Geetas. One who chants the God's names and its glory, sings its glory. Even when they are in hardship, they remain in center. They do not look hardships as hardship, but they look at it as something like a message from God or a service that God wants them to do. Then, what is the sign of? So he continues. So everything you know is good, like kind-hearted, compassion. All these are the traits of people who have satvik or the daivik traits. So what are the other traits? One who is non-violent, one who does not speak in a way that it will hurt someone. So thought, word and deed, truthfulness and genuineness in speech. Absence of anger. Even when they are provoked, they are still able to maintain the calm. And very interestingly, like I just stumbled upon a video and I saw a young boy from Colombia, Southern Colombia, and he was not from Indian descent. Probably he was obviously from some other country, white guy. But so he was in the traffic light. He was distributing Geeta, and some people were like, "Oh, you're distributing Geeta. I also do the same." And the next car comes, and they're like, "Go away, go away!" And they were like so rude. And he's like smiling. "Oh, they shooed me away." And I was like, this is what it is. He was like, his smile remained same. When he was like praised by those people in that car, "Oh, you're doing this, we also do it. Where are you from? What is your name? This is my name." And this was like a very happy conversation. And he had a big smile. And this person who shooed him away, his smile did not go. Probably they do not understand what I was giving. I was giving them a gift, but they rejected it. So what is that prakriti of those people? Is it demonic or is it sattvic? People who shooed him away, the property, the traits they share is demonic. At least you could have, even if you didn't wanted it, you don't have to be rude. Because they could have said, "We do not need it. I'm sorry, I don't need it," right? Maybe other time. Like there are several ways to say no. They could straightway say, "No, we are not interested." But go away, go away. What was that, right? So we have to be careful. Like when we are into this situation, I know most of us will never do it, but still be cognizant about your behavior. Many times we get angry with people, like, like then when people call on phone, like the sales guys, like they call you on phone and they're like, oh, I think you need to get a website done, or you need to buy this, or I'm from this company and we are selling this. If you're really interesting for 5 minutes survey. If you have 5 minutes, give your 5 minutes. If you don't have 5 minutes, you can say, I'm busy in something else, but maybe next time. When they push you further, it's like, or you can genuinely say, see, I'm not interested. I wish you, but I wish you a good day. I wish you a wonderful day. Because those people are also doing their job. Nobody take this kind of things when they have to follow somebody happily. They are in need of money. So just be kind, be respectful. Okay, so Krishna kept on saying that none non-violence in thought, word and deed, truthfulness, genuineness in speech, absence of anger even on provocation, and disclaiming doership. Like whatever you do, in your mind it should be, I have not done it, he has done it. Always use compassionate and kind words. Abstain from slandering. That is what I was giving you the example about. And do not get like follow your senses mindlessly. And you should be learning Geeta. So he goes further. So there's like 26 traits he has talked about in a person who is sattvic in nature. Moving forward, somebody who can easily forgive, who has lots of gratitude. They have purity, not only internal purity, but they have external purity. So both internal and external purity. They're clean. And so these kind of people are people who are considered to be divine, who have the divinity sitting in them. Lots of people, like they will procrastinate, even like taking shower in the morning. For some people, it is like, oh, I will take shower. They'll just spend all day thinking and do not take shower. Or I will clean the house today, or I'll do this today, I'll do this tomorrow. They keep postponing things. They will not put their stuff in place. They will not clean after themselves. Like if they have like worked on something, they will just leave it there and not put it away. So those kind of traits, even if you're a good person, you're a kind person, but just make it a habit to not procrastinate. Just wrap it up. So as I said in earlier sessions, that karma yoga is something that you do it very diligently, but always make the closure. Do it best of the best and make sure that you complete it. If you have made tea, you just cannot leave the stuff onto the kitchen sink or table. Just immediately wipe it off, take it away, put it away. The way you took it, you should always return it in the same way. You entered the kitchen, it was all clean. You made it the food or did whatever. And then once you leave, everything should be back in place. You went to your laundry, even at work, whatever you have started. If you're leaving the work, like you have to work it on it tomorrow, make sure that you put everything in place so that next day when you come, you know where it is. Students, they should also do the same. If they are studying something, when they're done, they should close their books with lots of respect, put everything in place, clean the table, and then do their rituals for the night, whatever the rituals they follow, and then go to bed. So everything in rhythm. And I feel the people who can do this can always remain in center, because it is very easy to get distracted. If you are seeing something, like for example, if there is like you're reading something and you find a grammatical error or spelling mistake, your focus, your energy of like the flow immediately breaks. That happens when you do not place things in order. If you're not organized enough, you will immediately, your mind will catch that non-compliance and it will get into it. And from being to all sattvic, immediate, you won't even know when you have turned demonic or tamsik. Okay, so now he's talking about people who are asur, means somebody who's not in the rhythm. Sur and asur, not in rhythm, means they are vitiated, means that they are not in the center. So obviously they have to be opposite of the people who are divine or daivik or satvik, or one who is connected with the God. Okay, so Sur and Asur, divine and demon. So now we are talking about the demonic properties or the tamsik properties. What are those? Hypocrisy. Hypocrisy, what does it mean? They are in front of you, there's something, in the back there's something else. Arrogance. Arrogant about their status, their looks, their body, whatnot, which is everything is like perishable, is still arrogant. Pride, anger, sternness, ignorant. So these are the people, and not even like, those are the people, even if you try to explain them something, they will not listen. And the people who are like, have the demonic property are like full of attachment. They will be always worried. So even if they are given, like say, if they want to earn this some number of money, they attain it. They want more. They want more. If they want something, it's given to them. They will not stop there. More. I need more. I need more. Oh, I have made 100,000. Now I need 1 million. They get 1 million. I need 10 million. I need 10 million and 100 million. So they do not stop. I'm not saying that people should not make this kind of thing, but attaching to it, if you're growing, always attach a purpose, a divine purpose to it, and stick to it. Then only the purity of intention should flow to anything you do. And demons, the people who are in tamsik nature, what they do, they keep making more money and they will indulge in all kinds of wrongful deeds. They'll spend money on things which are not needed. Rather, they take them down and prepare them to take birth into lower yonis in the next life, or even like following days. So again, he's saying that there's only two types of men or women or humans in this world. One is divine in nature and another is as demonic disposition. So we have been talking about in length. So people who are like constant worriers, people who worry a lot, they are also considered tamsik. Why? Because if they had faith in the divine, if they were connected in the divine, then they would automatically be giving themselves to the God. God, this is an issue. I do not know how to solve it. So here's yours. And now let me do the Hari Bhajan. Or let me do something else. Whatever is it, like let me read something. So, or let me work on something else. So for people who just worry, or are fearful all the time, they are into tamsik. But if they seek wisdom, that is the time that they turn their tamsik pravritti to the satvik pravritti. So the demonic or the tamsik nature will turn into the satvik nature once they listen to this divine wisdom and start applying it in their lives. So again, he continues, who are the people who are demonic in nature? So people who are demonic in nature, they do not know when to stop, when to abstain from something. They do not believe in God. They just make fun of God. They will say God is unreal. It doesn't exist. And then they will talk about like who has created the universe. Oh, that is the Big Bang who has created Darwin and this and that. They think that it is created by the conjugation of men and women. They have created. Like they do not know that no human can create this kind of universe. And those person who have like false perception, they are like slow-witted person, and they just do not try to make sense of what they're doing. They are trying to hurt other people by their deeds, by their words, by their action. Those people are like kam buddhi, means like low-witted. They do not have the intellect. Their like intellectual level is like extremely low. So those people are demonic in nature, and who are always like focused on the desires, follow the false doctrines of ignorance, and their conduct is very impure. They are full of hypocrisy, pride, and arrogance. And these kind of people keep going into the lower yoni and keep taking birth again and again and again and again and doing the same thing until the shackles of bondage start bothering them. You know, like somebody works in a, say, in a very bad company, and they are doing like bad kind of work. And one day, like if they're thieves or those kind of thing, and one day, like the police is there, they're always worried about, they're unable to sleep. If the police is coming to catch us, the police is coming to catch us. So they're constantly worried. They did the wrong things, they did lied, or they did it, and they did something very wrong. And now there's no peace. Constant worry. And one day when they get tired of being worried, they're like, how do I come out of it? Is there a way to come out of it? And then they start looking for the wisdom. And the moment they ask for the wisdom starts flowing. So all these low-witted people, if they do not even then, if they want to still manipulate, so they're very anxious, and then they become fearful also. They're anxious, they're fearful, they're arrogant, their anger, it will be on the top, because they're trying to protect themselves with their terror. But after a while, maybe this life they can cross, but they would know it. At some point of time, even in this life, like while they're leading this life, they might know it, that where they went wrong, and they would like to know how to come out of it. The knowledge will start flowing, but it all depends upon how low they had gone. So it will take that much time for them to come out. So Krishna continues. So those who are like entitle themselves of like innumerable care, that I need care, and they remain devoted to the enjoyment of sensuous pleasures and are firm on their belief that this is the highest limit of joy. When they are held by the bondage of hundreds of ties, expectations, giving themselves to lust and anger, and they amass money. That is what I was talking about, hoard money from wrongful means. So they keep saying this, so I have secured this position, I have secured this much money, and they keep asking for more. So they enjoy the loot, they enjoy all kind of bad things. So we all know what is good, what is bad, and everybody who's doing something bad, conscious in their conscience always tells them that this is wrong, but still they do not listen to it and keep working towards it, keep going into the downhill. Nobody can do anything about it. They will have to suffer no matter what, because everything is drawn by prakriti, and whatever the sanskar we have accumulated in this life, it follows us actually every day. It is not like after life it will follow us. All the sanskars that has been created since we have born, even in this life, we came with something and we continue to keep moving, and whatever we are creating every day is going to be our next day, our next day, our next day. And that next day could be, we never know when we will slip into the next life, where we will end, in which dimension. Again, he also talks about another devilish property. So some people have like very big family, they have lots of money, and they have like lots of clout, they know lots of powerful people. So like, who can touch me? And they will do some charity work also, but they will take pride that I give money to those, I feed those people, I do this, I do that. When they keep doing the gurgan of all the sevas that they do, and they take pride in that, like, who can touch me? We have so much money, we have so the status that people have at this point of time, they think that it is their own. They don't realize that they have all of these good things in their life because they did something good in the past, and that's why they are enjoying all these pleasures. But if they do not get involved into learning the next step of their lives. So I'll just quote, like, I was talking to Osho Siddharth one time, and Osho Siddharth is the one who leads Osho Dhara in India, and they have like he talks about teachings of Rajneesh. So I asked him that when I should be coming to India, when I should do this healing and all this kind of work. So at that time he got very, like, his statement was like, in this life you have everything, like your basics are covered. Basically that is what he meant, that your basics are covered. Now if you do not do this now, when you will do it? Who knows what will happen in the next life? If you will have the parents who will be supportive, if you will have husband who will be supportive to this journey, if you will have a background, if you have the studies like to cover your back, when all of this permutation combination will happen in your life, you do not know. So it is the right time that you get into it. Still, it took me almost 10 years. 2006 he told me this, that you should definitely consider taking a full-fledged spiritual path, because you, at this point of time, you have, and then you want to do it also, like there is a thirst also, there is a hunger also to grow yourself into spiritual life. So for all of you also, like, I'm just telling you guys the same thing, that if you have everything, if your base is covered, if you're not worried about where the food will come from tomorrow, if you have enough clothes to wear, if you have roof on your head, then just go all out. Do whatever work you want to do. It's not that you don't have to work, but keep applying the principles that we have learned in all those meditations so far. We have done thousands of meditations, and here we are on chapter 16 of Geeta. Whatever we have learned in past 16 days also, just keep it in consideration, because it is the concentrated form of everything which has been talked about in many sessions before that too. So keep in mind And let's keep moving. So people who are intoxicated by wealth and honor, those self-conceited and haughty men, perform sacrifices only in the name of, like, I'm doing it, but they do not follow the sacred rituals. Who give in to ego, who use force to do things. Again, he is again talking about anger, lust, arrogance. Because all of these things develop, but they have like unsatiated desire after desire after desire. So what does it do? I should get this. I got this. Then I should get this. And then many times there will be some hurdles. And the moment the hurdle will come in order to what they are desiring, then what will happen? Anger will come. Arrogance will come. Sam, dam, danda, bhed, all kinds of things people start applying. Sama, dama, danda, bhed. First, they will try to cajole the situation. If it will not happen, then they will want to buy those situations. Then they would like to hit somebody or like punish them, danda. And sometimes they will also try to create rift. So there are different ways. Like when the Britishers came to India, their slogan was food dalo and shashan karo. Food dalo means create a rift. That was called bhed. Create a rift. So break people. Like if two people are very good friends, so you go and say, oh, you are very good friends with her. You always praise this person, but you know what? That person was saying that about you. And it's like, really? Then they go to other person. Oh, you are always doing things for this person, but I never see them doing anything for you. So these people are the rift creators, demonic in nature. Then people who are complainers, people who talk behind somebody's back. In Hindi, it's called chugli. When people are arrogant, angry, pride, lust, that is all fine. But when somebody talks about somebody behind their back, and that too ill, that is one of the biggest sin. For example, like Karna. Arjun never did anything to Karna. Never did anything. He never cursed him, never got angry with him, never did anything to him. But Karna was always angry with Arjun. Because he, inside of him, he was jealous of his competency and he thought he was better than him, but he was not getting the appreciation or the due he thought he should get. Just because he was not born into, and he thought he was not getting it because he's not born into the kingdom or to a king. He was a son of a charioteer or somebody. So you know that Kunti had given away Karna when he was just born, because he was born out of wedlock. So he always felt jealous of Arjun. So jealousy, that's another trait which makes you demonic in nature. One who falls for power without caring about dharma, what is the righteousness. And this whole Mahabharata is based on the adharma done by the Kauravas, not ready to give Pandav their rightful rights. In spite, and then the biggest trait of a person with a demonic nature is they would not listen to elders. I'm not saying that you should listen to every older person, but at least if somebody is trying to give you some advice, give it an ear. You take it or not take it is a different thing. You can make the evaluation later, but at that time, don't be rude. And then Krishna talks about 3 things which opens the door to hell. So what are those three things? Kam, Krodh, Lobh. So we generally say Kam, Krodh, Mad, Lobh, Moh. But here he is only talking about three traits. Kam means the desire. Desire is like, Kam is not about like male and female relationship. Kam is like any desire which is overblown. Krodh, when you get angry, and Lobh, greedy. These three things is the gate to the hell. And I would add to it as like, even if you allow others to manipulate you, that is also a sin. You are very sattvic in nature. You always think good for others. But if you definitely know that somebody is trying to hurt you or manipulate you or misuse you, if you understand it, you should be witty enough to pull yourself out of it. Do not give in to the wrongdoings. And I also feel that Mahabharata would not have happened if when first time when the injustice was happening, at that time Duryodhana was very young and he planned to kill them in the Lakshagraha. He made a Lakshagraha. Lakshagraha was made up of the material, the lakh. And lakh can be burnt very quickly. It bends very quickly. It burns very easily. So he just painted it from outside. It did not look like it was made up of lakh. And they decided to send them to that new house. Like, we have built a palace for you. You all should move there. But somehow Pandavas knew about it. They already had started making a tunnel from that, and they just burnt it. They knew they will burn it, and they ran away from the tunnel. If that first time, if that deed was punished, or many, I am sure there was done many before that too, it would not have led to this. If a good fight was given to them, so for all of us, we have to understand that do not allow yourself, like, what will happen, like, if you do not answer or respond to a situation immediately, what will happen, you will just keep putting that into your mind, and one day it will blast in the form of anger. So even it's like one thing, you can respond, you are still patient. Twice, you can still respond. But if the same thing happens 20 times, you will not be able to tolerate it. You will blast. So take care of your energy. Take care of yourself very well at this point of time. Do not wait for a situation to go supremely bad. So I was talking about that guy, that even that guy shooed him. Go away, go away. For once, you're like, oh, this Prabhuji is angry. Second one comes, he also talks badly. Third one comes, talks badly. Fourth one talks badly. Oh, this Prabhuji is also angry. This Prabhuji is also angry. This Prabhuji is also angry. How many times he can do that? Even if he's a great sadhak, maybe after 10th one, his motivation of distributing, even he knew that Geeta is one of the best thing, but if like one by one, all 10 people, if in between like somebody says, oh, that's great, he might keep the motivation up. But if that happens and everybody did the same thing, he might lose it. Agree? So that happens to all of us. So when the first time a trigger comes and you feel you went a little bit below your natural state of peace, happiness, and harmony, immediately catch it. And one thing more that I personally feel, do not preach to people who are not asking for the preaching. Even if you have started learning new thing, you are very excited about it. But do not start preaching to your family members and friends right away. Just apply it to yourself. What will happen when you start preaching? Just let me tell you. So many times, like if I am saying that I'm a healer, right? But when my feet hurts, many people ask me, how come your feet is hurting? How come you broke your legs? Right? So I'm like, did Rama did not die, or did Krishna did not die? We all have our karmas, but we have the sakam karma too. Not my healing ability has nothing to do with my feet. But yes, I should be taking care of it very well also, because if I am doing something which is about to heal somebody, then I have to be careful about my routines also, right? Agree? So all of you have to become your own role models. I could help myself by not getting operated, so that much I could do. But the healing process has a process, like I have to follow a ritual, a routine of physiotherapy or something. So it is like, so if I'm doing it regularly, and maybe in 3 months from now or 1 month from now, if it is 100%, I'm walking, running, jumping, then people will going to ask me that yes, my ankle has also broken, and now what did you do to fix it without surgery, right? So who is going to, how you become your own role model? So when you all are broken in some way, if you fix yourself by applying the principles that we have been learning so far, then you become the devotee that Krishna is looking for. So first, and when we speak out, when we give, oh, you should be praying to God, you should surrender to God, they are not given all these information. If it was for them, it would have reached them, right? So first try to fix yourself. Do not start going to telling your son or daughter or mother or father, oh, you're upset, surrender to Krishna. I am also. They will surrender when they see you in a state of peace, harmony, and happiness. Even if in pain, you're smiling and you are like worry free, and you're like, oh, I'm sure it will work out, then it's fine. Being a healer, my foot, yes, it broke for whatever reason, it's hurting, but I am still okay. It will get better with the time. It's not going to be one day process. Maybe it's 1 month or 2 month process. I have to be patient, keep the faith, keep working towards it, but I am not fixated on it. So all of this, like why I am telling you all of this is to understand that if we start telling about, and many times I have heard from people that do not tell what kind of sadhana you're doing or what kind of meditation you're doing. Do not spell it out. Let your deeds spell it out. Let your work spell it out, because action speaks louder than words. What's the point? Otherwise, what will happen is like when you are doing sadhana and people see you worried, so your guru or the person who is helping you, they get bad names if you are not being the role model. Or what is expected if you are not showing the transformation, because you are not following the principles, you are still worried, you're still like tired, you still not know, it's still confused. And if you just look, and then you start telling them, oh no, we should do this, we should do that, this is what it should, like, first fix yourself, dear, right? So till you get to the point, do not go on talking about your practices. Let the practice first work for you. And so unnecessarily giving advices when it is not asked for, that should be refrained. And if somebody says no, take it with lots of humility. that will change the course. If you ask for something and other person says no, you get angry or you get upset or you get depressed. Like the moment, if it brings you a little bit, even a little bit down, that's the time that you have to understand that everybody has a right to say no, and I do not have to feel rejected. It's okay. It's there. Universe has abundance. If this person has said no, does not mean that this is the only person that I have to ask for. There's divine that I can ask for. I can ask for the experience from anyone I want. Right? So focus on your experience. Do not get your mind fixated on a person. That is really wrong. Like some people are like, I want to marry this person. I want to marry this person or marry this. And that person is not interested. And the constant thought is going to them. I want to marry her. I want to marry her. So what these people are doing, once they're blocking themselves from other energies to come into their life, and constant hook is depleting that other person, because unknowingly, subconsciously they know that the hook is being thrown, and every time the hook goes to them, some energy gets sucked, and eventually they'll start hating that person even without knowing that why they are hating them. So all these behaviors are demonic when we do not give other people freedom to express themselves, and we also express in a most genuine way. If we express ourselves truthfully, then it is sattvic. But if we just hide something and we want to say something but we say something else, that is hypocrisy. So that is a very lower vibration. When you are hiding something, when you are feeling shameful about something, like if somebody has a lower grade in the exam and somebody asks them, how much have you got in your exam? And now this person has got like a D, and he says, oh, I got a B+. Now what that person should be doing? Should he say D? But when he says D, he feels ashamed. So what he or she can say without being like feeling ashamed, they can say, I choose not to answer. That's it. Or if they are courageous enough, they can say, I got a D, but I hope that I will get better grades next time. So there's no hiding, no shame. It's okay. The moment they accept that, yes, I did not do good, but I'm working towards making better. So with this, you clearly know that anything you have to hide, anything you're shameful about, creates lower vibration, and those lower vibrations is the tamsik energy, because you're ashamed of something. You're not proud of yourself. You do not approve yourself. So if you do not approve yourself, who will approve you? So your energy goes downwards. But the moment you say, yes, whatever happened has happened, I have an opportunity, there's a better tomorrow, I am going to stick to my plan and I'm going to improve myself. So energy starts going up. And then obviously there will be hurdles, there will be tests, but if you stick to your plans, then you move towards sattvic properties and you remain centered. So those two things, if you can do, then the more sattvic or the divine thoughts and energy you will create, the better you and everybody around you will be. Like Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, because he was so pure, so divine, so peaceful, that when he used to walk, the tigers, the lions, the cows, the goats, all of them would go behind him. They felt so peaceful. Right? So we have to become that. So become peace, become harmony, become happiness. And then when you say something, people will be sitting down right in front of you to listen to you and talking about the pain. So Krishna died when like a normal shikari, the hunter, just pierced his foot and he died with that. And it was so Krishna was Bhagwan, still he got hurt and still he died with the hands of someone whom he had not done anything at all. So when the Bhagwan died, we also will go through pains, because sometimes our soul takes some pain from the universe. It's okay. And here Krishna agreed to take Ma Gandhari's curse. Gandhari cursed Krishna. After the war was over and Krishna went to Ma Gandhari, she called him. Krishna knew why she's calling, but he went, met her, and said, all my 100 children are dead. If you had wanted, this would have stopped. So I blame you for all this fiasco. And as all my children are dead, I curse you, that whole of the Yadu Vansh will be killed, they will be done, they will be finished, and you will also die untimely. Krishna, if he wanted, he could have not accepted it. But he felt it was the pain of a mother, and he decided to take it. After a few years of Mahabharata ended, something happened and the whole Yadu Vansh was done. Everybody from his lineage got finished, including his son. And eventually he also passed away, just by an arrow hit him. So many times when the divine people have issues, it does not mean that they cannot heal themselves or cure themselves. Sometimes they allow their wounds to remain open. Or sometimes there's a soul contract. So understanding of what energies you, and again, with all of that, you understand what is good, what is bad. You already knew it. It is just reiterated to you. So how the yugs changed. So what it is said that when it was Satyug, the Sur and Asur used to live in two different planets. They did not live in the same place. So when they attacked, they used to come from a different place, and they were from the different place, and then they would fight at a third place. Here, so that was Satyug, that they would not live together. And then came Treta. Treta was still like same planet, like maybe your neighbor. By the time it came to Dwapar, it was inside the home, the family members. Some were sattvic, some were demonic, inside of the. And we are in Kali Yuga. Here, the good and bad is inside of us. Not even like two different places. The people who were sattvic in Satyug were sattvic. They were not demonic at all. But as we are progressing, we have it inside of us. That is why Geeta is more relevant at this point of time compared to any other time before, because the demon are sitting inside us and the divine is also sitting inside of us. So we have to just make sure that what we are invoking inside of us. All right. So this was my interpretation. I made sure that I covered all the 24 shlokas and gave you the summaries of it and narrated what I thought was best of my understanding. So thanks to divine energies and Bhagavan Shri Krishna. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Let's spend 2 minutes into making sure what are the demonic behavior we have inside of us that we have to release. Make a note of it. Irritability, anger, resentment, grief, any of those. This is the time that you start thinking about 5 situations that makes you angry or jealous or resentful, any of this negative thoughts of like you get worried about something. So start making note. Focus on your third eye, and in front of you just make a screen. The first screen. What is the situation that makes you feel tamsik? Any property which is tamsik. When the children do not listen to you, or the printer is not working, or you have to fill up the form and you don't find time to it, you're procrastinating. Any of those. And replace all those thoughts with the divine thoughts in those situations. Give all those negative thoughts to Krishna and create the opposites. Also, whatever you want to manifest, put it in the feet of Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Sarve bhavantu sukhina, sarve santu niramayah, सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःख भाग् भवेत्. ओम लोकः समस्तः सुखिनः भवन्तु. May all be happy, may all be blessed. Namah Shivaya. Dhan Guru Nanak. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Slowly rub your hands, touch your face and open your eyes.
नमः शिवाय दीदी.
नमः शिवाय.
बहुत अच्छे से एक्सप्लेन किया आज तुमने सब. बहुत ही ट्रांसपेरेंट था. बहुत क्लैरिटी आ रही थी कि हाँ ये तमोगुण है हमारे अंदर, इसको भी कृष्ण को देना. तो आज का सेशन बहुत ही अच्छा था. हर दिन ही अच्छा होता है, बट आज भी बहुत अच्छा था.
चलो,
थैंक यू सो मच.
यू वेरी वेलकम.
नमः शिवाय.
नमः शिवाय. नमः शिवाय कुंजन. नमः शिवाय.
नमः शिवाय मैम.
नमः शिवाय.
हाँ मैम, आज तो पूरा क्लियर हो गया कि हम लोगों के अंदर क्या है और कौन कौन जिन हम लोगों को क्लियर करना है. तो थैंक यू सो मच मैम. तो हम जानना चाहते हैं कि आम क्रोध लोभ, हम लोग तो संसार में रहते हैं, ये सब एक साथ तो धीरे धीरे होता है, तो ये सब कंट्रोल कैसे कर सकते हैं मैम?
प्रैक्टिस. एवरीथिंग इज प्रैक्टिस, है ना. तो क्या होगा ना कि जैसे हम लोगों को अभी आदत हुआ है कि, तो अभी क्या हो रहा है कि ऐसे है कि नेगेटिविटी में माइंड जैसे जाता है, समझ में आता है कि उधर गया है. है ना. तो अभी तक क्या था कि माइंड को जहां जाना वो जा रहा था, हमारा उसके ऊपर कोई कंट्रोल नहीं था. तो हम लोग क्या कर रहे थे, वी वर सर्वेंट ऑफ माइंड. अभी क्या है कि व्हेन माइंड इज गोइंग इनटू एनीथिंग नेगेटिव, यू आर एबल टू होल्ड इट, पकड़ लेते हो,
हाँ
समझ जाते हो कि ये गलत थॉट जा रहा है ना, और समझ में आने के बाद हरे कृष्ण, ये आप ले लो, ये मैं गलत सोच रहा हूँ या सोच रही हूँ, आप प्लीज इसको क्लीन कर दो, ये मैं आपको दे रही हूँ, इसको प्लीज साफ कर दो, मेरे मन में ये गलत बात आया, इसको वापस कर लो। और उससे क्या होगा कि अभी दिन में 15 बार पहले गलत थॉट आता था, अभी 5 आएगा, फिर 3 आएगा, फिर 2 आएगा, फिर 1 आएगा, फिर 0 हो जाएगा।
एब्सोल्युटली मैम, ये सब कुछ एक धीरे धीरे से हो रहा है, क्योंकि पहले थॉट आते थे बट वो काम भी हो जाता है, बट वो कंट्रोल नहीं मेरे हाथ में था। पर जब से गीता में आए हैं तो तब से थॉट्स तो आते बट कृष्ण के ऊपर समर्पण कर देते, तो हम लोगों के ऊपर कंट्रोल थोड़ा तो आ गया है। तो वो धीरे धीरे प्रैक्टिस करने से और भी आ जाएगा।
प्रैक्टिस करने से और भी आ जाएगा।